Yo, 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 what's up here? I'm gonna do 3 cameos in this game. Because that's the reason I've been playing this game right now. I think 3 episodes are gonna be enough. I did off screen for a bit. I'm finding a meal because I ate meals. But I didn't find a meal. Didn't find a meal. It sucks. Dude, I wanna find a meal. Last time I have a meal, but I don't know where it gone, bro. I don't know where my meal gone, bro. Where's my meal, bro? I don't know. Right? Yes, the quality is low, but I just up for a bit. I don't know why. Not, you'd see quality is low here. Oh my god. Yeah, I put my horse there and I just see some. Okay, the problem is there's no sniffing tables right now, right? There's no sniffing apples, bro? That's useful shit, man. Alright. And you can keep those. No, I'll take one of these things. I have 3 of them. Can you fuck off, please? Okay, can you go here? Yeah, I'm hunting some food, just in case. Like, I haven't had some food actually, no lie. I have the way to go home, I have to travel a lot, you know. My dog. I'll probably mine here, alright? And there's some cows, Okay, I know there's sniffing tables here. I don't know, I never checked this thing before. I did check everything, but not everything, actually. Okay, there's some chests here. There's no chest here. They can keep their jobs, I don't care. Oh my god. Well, I'm not gonna steal anything. It's their village. Like, this regenerated village is just regenerate, man. I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah. That sucks. Yeah, inside the cave, that's so unfortunate. I have a lot of villagers in my house, so yeah, I know where my way home right now. Good thing there's no. Oh my god, there's no chest there, bro. There's no chest anywhere. This is goddamn village. I did check that side too. A white cat? I did find a white cat in my house. Damn. Alright, I will check the other side. I believe there's some. There's something here. Indeed, probably. Oh no, bro, that's. Holy shit. Okay, that's useful. This is useful for my village. Holy shit. I think we don't have to actually. Like, you know that there's a fucking thing over there. Just to let you know, there's a thing over there. I don't know. Just to let you know, there's a thing over there that it's pretty useful. Alright. It's pretty useful. Alright. Kind of useful. I'm gonna get a job as villager. Alright. Yes, indeed. Okay, that's useful. Okay, please be God. Please, bro. That's what I need. Okay, this one is kind of useful here. Alright, I've been finding this a lot. And to find this, I actually need some in the regular village. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got 6 emeralds. At least 5. I don't know why. Yeah. I believe we can collect some flowers. I don't care. Just collect some flowers at this point. Yeah, let's collect some flowers, man. This is a flower village? No, it's a flower village. Okay, I gotta breed some cats, bro. Damn. Got my bed. Give me that one. Okay, we got our needs, bro. What is useful? There's a villager. There's a villager that you can trade yourself with it. Like get a job with it. I don't know. Just sincerity. I don't know. Fuck. What the fuck I'm gonna pick, bro? I have foods, bro. I went from foods and that's it, bro. Jesus Christ. I'm full, bro. What the hell is this? Oh my god. Darn it, I want to collect some flowers, but no. Okay, let's collect some flowers. Okay, so yeah. Probably this one. Can we actually get yellow dye? I think it'll be enough. Yeah. And just a lot of stuff. I think red poppies will be enough. I think I need 5 red poppies. 3 red poppies. 5. Alright. Let's collect what we need. Okay, so I think we have blue poppies everywhere. I can come back here and just get everything and stuff. Yes, indeed. A mule. A motherfucking mule. A mule. We need a mule, bro. We need a mule. I'm gonna find this mule. Mule, please, bro. Please love me. I'm the tamer. Man, this mule is. I tame a lot of horses, alright. Man, you're a bit of a challenge. I'm a tamer, alright. You know I'm calling you a tamer? Yeah. I'm a tamer. Told you I'm a tamer. Told you. I'm a tamer. A mule. We got a mule here, boys. Okay. So I believe this villain in Minecraft, there's a Man, I gotta save my shit, bro. I don't know. Alright, Neil. Let's go. Alright. Can I take it slower? No. Come here, bro. Hey, Mule. Doesn't even work, bro. Come here. Come on. This way, bro. I have to drag his ass down, bro. To drag his ass, bro. Come here, alright? It'll take a while to drag his ass in the middle of the nowhere, bro. You want me to come back for you? It'll be easier. No. Shit. Wait. Okay. Instead of taking my therapist's diagnosis of social anxiety disorder following a breakup after an office get-together police, bro. As a means for seeking treatment. These mules are idiots, bro. I think there's flowers everywhere, that's why. I stayed in my apartment when I wasn't working. Told myself okay. My recorder, so of course, and my homies over there. Yeah, my homies there. Convinced me to go on a weekend-long hike with him. It wasn't until I showed up at his house at 6 in the morning on Friday, after taking the day off of work, that I saw that he had invited others along. My mule, I think it's far away actually. Getting me help breaking out of my shell. Unfortunately, though, I'll pick back my horse later. Anyway. Didn't realize that I liked being in my shell. It was comfortable. A turtle doesn't like being broken out of its shell. After a brief introduction, where I caught no one's name except for those I already knew, my brother and his girl Jessica, due to morning grogginess and the rushed introduction, we packed up the car and left for our hike. It took 3 hours of mostly awkward silence for us to reach our destination. Ian tried to make conversation, but my short responses and the other's sleepiness killed him fairly quickly. We found the parking lot near the Hewlett Cliff Dwellings. As we unpacked our gear, we
took a moment to bask in the beautiful sight that sat perched above us. It was hard to believe that someone could carve an entire town into the face of a cliff.
The mules,
But
bro?
700
There's
years
more
ago,
mules?
people managed to.
Yo, I'm on the team mules, bro. Just wait here.
The park
Just wait here.
was empty, except for us. We would find out why
Bro,
later.
if I lost a mule,
And
I don't
was
care.
in need of some
Dude,
social lubrication.
Dude, just Mule City here,
So I
alright?
lit a six-pack of
There's
beer
Mule City.
and took in the majesty.
I'm a tamer, alright?
And here's a picture in
Alright,
case
told you
were
I'm a
wondering
tamer.
what the area looked
Alright?
like.
Jesus, man.
As we finished our beers, got everything prepared, and used the restrooms, Ian
Is it
explained
mules
what
is
happened
fast? I
when we
don't know.
taped it in detail. What we didn't know, and what my
This
brother
thing is slow as
failed to
fuck,
tell
man. I
us,
don't know.
was that
I
the
think
West
mules
Fork
could
Trail
feel
had been
different.
closed all that summer due to flooding.
Come here.
To be honest, the path
Wait,
wasn't that
no, bro.
dangerous. They had just opted not to clear
You
it
can go
due to
anywhere.
recent flooding, so it would be a bit more of a rugged hike. While it wasn't perilous in itself, it did keep us from encountering other
Yeah, I
hikers,
could get some more
which would
meals
cause us
now.
a lot of problems if we actually needed help. Ian figured
Are you-
we could
are you
make
fast?
about 2 or 3 miles per hour,
Are you fast
and
enough?
we would be able to
Check.
complete the Gila Loop, which was
Yes,
about 30
mules
miles
is a little
long,
fast.
with enough time to get back on Sunday
Oh, why?
and be ready for our respective
I think this
jobs
horse,
on
my
Monday.
horse is so fast.
With
I
no
know.
one any the
You
wiser
can
that
actually
we had
just
backpacked to
follow
a
me.
close section of the national park. As
Alright,
his explanation was a bit heavy
Let's
on
go.
names and locations, some of which
So I'll
I
take it
can't
slow
recall
because
clearly.
wait, horse.
I'll opt to include a
Come
picture.
on, boy.
For the sake of simplicity,
We
this
got our
is the path we are
mules.
planning to take.
We got our
In
mules,
addition, I'll
boys.
include a more detailed map
I'm
of
gonna
the
use
area
this for
so you
combat.
can
I
orient
cannot lie.
yourselves if you
Damn.
want to trace the trail we took. If you plan on following
Alright, I'm
along
gonna
the
use
path
this
as I
mule
tell you about
actually
this
to actually
experience,
farm.
all I can say is good luck. Even as I stare at it now,
You know I'm
I
gonna use
feel
it right.
just as
Alright,
lost
can I
now
jump?
as I
Oh
was
no,
then.
can I jump? Actually, no.
I was just going along with the group and trying to keep a positive mind about everything.
Here's
I wanted to
a
try
mule.
and do a better job of getting to know Ian and Jessica's
Can you
friends.
jump? Can you jump
I think
this
my
one? Actually,
circumstances had finally begun to set in. I had been
nope.
living in a
Cannot
quiet
jump it.
apartment
No.
in Mexico for over a year and had no friends. I would go to work and then come home without doing anything else. Sometimes I would spend the entire weekend without saying a single word to anyone or seeing another person. I knew that if I didn't change something quick, that solitude would become the norm, and that frightened me. Our first day was relatively quiet. We spent a majority of the time taking in the sights.
Do you remember that side? Actually, I just farmed that side. I don't know. There's a lot of caves to farm
The
in.
hike felt
Like,
we
I
were
wanna bring my friends
constantly
over there. I
moving
don't know.
upward. As I was unaccustomed to hiking, I frequently fell behind, but I never completely
Alright, let's
lost
go.
sight of my brother's
I'm going for
friends.
caving
While we
adventures.
took
What
a
the
break
hell?
under the
What
shade
is
of a
this?
tree,
A black
what
horse?
looked like dried
Dude, this thing is so
scales from
fast.
some dead alligator.
Alright.
I tried to make small talk with everyone.
Wait.
I fell into a quick conversation with Ian and Jessica about their work and what they had been up to lately. When it came time to talk to the other two, I only managed to get the conversation going for a few sentences before it shriveled up and died.
Are you good?
Assuring myself that it would be easier when we stopped for the night. We rested
Yeah.
for a while before continuing our ascent
Oh
up the
my
mesa.
god.
This was where everyone realized how truly out of my element I was there. The path up the mesa was agonizing for me. It seemed to never stop climbing up, and there was almost no shade to keep the sun from beating down on us. I was sweating buckets, panting and wheezing whenever they stopped.
Can I leave you here?
catch up.
Like, I need a black
I tried
horse,
to
bro.
pretend that I didn't notice
Last
their
time I got a
exasperating
good horse, but I
whispers
don't
or
know.
side glances, but it
I want a
was
black
easier said than
horse.
done.
That's a lot of HP.
They seemed like
So
the
you can
outdoorsy
retire
people
here
who'd been
if you
doing
want
this
to.
sort of thing for years. By the time our paths started to level out, I was ready to turn around and leave.
Dude, that's a lot of HP,
So
boy.
we reached the top and looked over
Damn.
everything, but I realized how foolish of
What
an
about you?
idea that was. Even if I was able to convince Ian to give me
Okay,
the
that thing
keys,
is more
walk
faster.
back
I don't
to
know why.
the car and go home,
Yeah,
I
sorry,
had no idea
buddy.
where I was going
Sorry.
or what trail markers we had been using. I imagined splitting off from the group and tromping through poison ivy, bumping into a rapey gang of banjo-playing hillfolk, or getting lost in the dark and wandering in circles until exhaustion and exposure took me. Even if I did manage to hike back to the parking lot, where was I going to go? Would I go back home to my empty apartment, eat a Hot Pocket, and feel sorry for myself again? I decided to tough it out and continue hiking. We made camp at a dry section of the Indian Creek after having hiked a decent amount. Ian was confident that we would make it back on
Damn, this
Sunday.
mule is stubborn, bro.
The next 2 days were
Stubborn
to be
mule,
less intense.
bro.
We
This
had
mule
to
is stubborn. I
stuff
don't
the
know why.
rest in a bear bag a ways away from
Yeah.
the camp. We were passing a
Come on,
public
mule.
university around
Fuck,
in
you
front
just
of the
wasted my
campsite.
time for this shit.
Conversation
God
shifted
damn
to
it.
the most awkward moments everyone
Come on,
had
please.
experienced. Ian retold his story about the first
Come
time
on.
he met Jessica at a club where he was way too drunk for his
You're
good
stubborn
and ended up
motherfucking
puking
mule.
into her purse. Jessica bristled at the memory and jokingly called Ian an
Are you
asshole.
shitting me, bro? Come on.
Each person
Come on,
shared
boy.
their stories about a bumbling
You're
first
so
kiss,
hard to
where
fuck,
their
man. I hate
braces
this game.
got hooked together, locking themselves
You're
out of their
so hard
dorm
to
rooms
fuck,
in their
man.
underwear, their cringe-inducing high school edgelord personality, and caring for their drunken boyfriend who puked into their favorite bag. Then the bottle came to me, and it was my turn to tell a story. I instantly knew what my most embarrassing story was the moment we started the conversation. I didn't tell them about the door, though. Instead, I made up a story about me ripping my pants in front of a group of people during a work interview that I had probably ripped straight from a 90s sitcom. They laughed with me, and I felt like a piece of shit. They had bothered to reveal their most embarrassing moments and were commiserating in their shared experience, and here I was too afraid to tell them the truth, to tell them about the door. The conversation continued for a bit afterwards as we killed the bottle. When it was dead,
No, this horse
we
is
all
kind
went
of good
to bed,
actually now.
still pretty drunk
Trying to
after
ride
dousing
you.
the campfire.
Alright, Neil.
I
Let's go.
woke up in the middle of the night,
The horse
desperately
is not
needing to
actually
use
not
the
gonna
bathroom.
die.
Still a bit fuzzy from the whiskey. I tromped out into the woods to do my business, but it wasn't until I was almost done that Nadia's voice cut through the blackness. She asked me if I had a lighter. Since I hadn't heard her approach, the sound of her voice made me jump. It would have scared the piss out of me had I not just gone to the bathroom. I mumbled something about having a lighter.
Yeah, let me
back
test
around
it out.
the
Let me
camp.
test it out. Come on.
She told me that
I
she
just
had
want to
dropped
test it
hers
out.
and
Come
asked
on.
me to help her look for it.
Come on, you
But
stubborn
I was too
horse.
out of it to be any good to anyone, so I told her we'd look for it later. I vaguely remember her mumbling a protest as I stumbled back to my sleeping bag. It wasn't until I woke up the next morning that I realized how stupid I
Alright, just
had
ruined that shit.
been. Apparently, they had heard yowling in the surrounding woods all last night.
Okay,
They thought
we
the
can
sound
actually
could have
jump for
possibly
2
been
by
a
blocks.
Mexican gray wolf, but no one was sure. Ian knew that they inhabited the area, but were very uncommon. I paled at the thought of being mauled by a wolf while out peeing in the middle of the woods. I decided next time I would wake up Ian before going out in the woods to answer the call of nature. We packed up a while later, after a light breakfast, and continued our hike. The second day was a little better. The overbearing sun I had suffered under previously was hidden behind heavy clouds. We crossed a number of rivers as we followed
I think
the
we're gonna use this
137
mule actually
729
too.
junction. We went along Little Bear Canyon as we headed towards the TJ Corral, which was towards the end of the hiking loop. As the path hadn't been cleared yet, we frequently had to dodge patches of poison ivy and stinging nettles.
Come here.
I fared much better on this hike.
So if you drop,
and
fuck
despite
you.
nursing a slight hangover, I felt like I was doing a much better
Come
job
on, boy.
getting around with my pack and
Come on, boy.
tools my brother had loaned me.
If my dog
Camp
fell,
for
so
a
I don't
midday,
give a fuck, man.
purified some water from a
Can you move,
nearby
dog,
river,
please?
boiling and adding
Oh,
Lodite
there.
tablets to it. As the last section of our hike didn't really have many opportunities for drinkable water.
Man, stop
The
aura
early
firing,
our
please.
encounter last night
Oh, no.
with the yipping and yowling
Oh, no,
wolves
bruh.
had added a bit of seriousness
What
to
are
the
you
hike,
dropping
as
for? I
there
don't know
wasn't
why.
as much joking around or conversation this night. We talked a
Yep,
little
my
bit,
dog drop
but
it.
mainly
My
we
dog
just had
drop my
something to
horse.
eat while we stared into the
Shit,
campfire.
come here.
Ian and Jessica were
Come
the
here.
first to call it for the night.
Oh,
I
darn, I
stayed
hate
with
you.
the others
You
for a
son of a
bit, but
bitch.
were
Come here.
mainly silent.
Can you come
The
here
other two slowly
for a
went
second,
off
please?
after a bit, and I decided to
Come
enjoy
on.
the warmth a bit longer before getting
You know what?
back
Fuck it.
to
I'm not
bed.
gonna pick you. I'm gonna pick you up later, alright? I'm gonna get my
Just as I
mule,
finished dousing the fire,
and
I remember Gary coming up to me and asking
I'll
me
pick
for
you
the
up
map.
later.
He told me he wanted to plan out the rest of our trip, and that there was a spring nearby that we should really visit that wasn't too far out of the way. I grabbed the map from Ian's pack and gave it to him before turning in.
You done?
I woke up the next morning to the sound of Ian rustling around his bag. He sounded angrier the longer he searched. He knocked mess kits into each other as he peered deep into the pack for something he was missing. Frustrated that he wasn't finding the item he was looking for, he turned the bag upside down and dumped out everything. He was practically ready to tear out his own hair, and it seemed like he had
Yeah, finding a mule in a fucking city, I don't know.
wanting to
Kinda
know
good
what it
acting.
was. I walked up to
I
him
don't lie.
and we started talking. Hey man, you see the map anywhere?
Can I move faster than a mule?
I can't seem to find
Actually,
it.
the same speed as me. But
Where's Gary? I
Oh.
gave him the map last night so we can map out a little detour on the trip so that we can visit a spring. Why don't you ask him?
actually, I'm gonna do the storage area.
Then they
I don't know.
said something that changed.
Jabadish.
Jerry? Who are you talking about? Do you mean Oliver? Tell me you thought his name was... No, I'm talking about about Gary? Tall guy, kind of lanky. You're joking, right? He looked confused
There we
for a
go.
few seconds and made a questioning sound like a really old
I gave him a
computer
war
trying to
raid,
process
alright.
some more catches on fire.
Indeed.
The pieces clicked and Ian shouted. Some fucking guy asked you for a map in the middle of the night and you just fucking gave it to him? You handed our stuff to some random stranger you met in the woods? I tried to explain myself at the time, but I knew Gary, and that he did too, since I remember hiking with him the day before. But I couldn't find the words to convey that point. It was here that Jessica stepped in and asked what was going on. Ian vented vitriol. How fucking stupid are you, Evan? Jesus Christ! We needed that map to get around pieces of trails out here that would be cleared! Ian shouted for about 15 minutes before everyone became aware of our situation. Jessica managed to calm him down enough so we could figure out our next move. We weren't completely screwed as Ian had memorized a large portion of the trail markers. It was going to be a lot harder to navigate the necessary junctions to bring us back around to the car. We packed up all our stuff, making sure...
I'm gonna get out. I'll just roll out of here. That's it. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's easy actually. No, it's easy.
drilling into me.
But not easy to them, bro. Actually, no.
Curious was just before we got to a right and made him talk.
Good. I put a wall there because these motherfuckers are already so dumb.
Never said anything about our mother again. Each time we came across a break in the path, we spent a few minutes while Ian tried to remember where to go.
They deal with despawn after the HDK.
Paths were overgrown, but we served to make everything.
Well, not despawn here. I don't know. I just put some shit.
Made a wrong turn, and
Put some,
began to walk out the main trail. I don't know if that's actually where it went wrong, since we didn't have the map at the time.
who opened this door? I don't know. Is there any kind of doors here, man? So I have to bring my horse home, bro. I tame a few horses, but I don't know.
He looked like he had downed a fifth of vodka and was now trying to walk on a tightrope while being randomly shot with a gallon rod. The realization twisted something deep down inside me and made me want to throw up. I stopped walking and began talking to Lucas. Ian, still pissed at me, took the opportunity to vent a bit. Huh? What are you talking about now? Lucas is bumbling, twitching all over the place. What's wrong with him? Be a dingbat. We know he has multiple sclerosis. We told you before the hike started about his condition. As soon as he said it, the investigator
I feel like it's a bad idea to actually just use any kind of a stuffer. It's my horse. Actually, I don't know. I found a village chair. It's kind of cool. Probably get my stuff there. Those words, it was like a switch had flipped that set everyone to panic mode. We began to run along the trail as if it would do us any good. The only thought in my head was to put as much distance as possible between us and that thing. I think it took a good 15 minutes for us to run out of energy from our heavy packs and the disorienting nature of the woods. As we tried to catch our breath, I surveyed the area around us and came to a horrible realization. In our panic, we had run off the path and were now even deeper in the woods. We tried to make sense of what we saw. I just remembered Ian mumbling some phrase over and over. What the
up in a wall of your recollections, and even though you know something's wrong, you can't quite put your finger on it.
I'll do 3 of them, and I'm getting my cooker here. I'm making my cooker here, and I want to buy cooker. I have 2 cookers now. Alright.
Remember events,
Actually, I need 4 cookers, and this one. Actually, just sell some cooks.
remember everything that happened
I've
between
already sold some cooks. I don't know.
none of it's true. I don't
Like,
know how it
look,
does it.
let's go to the showways, dog.
Your head somehow. It makes you
Dog.
see things in a way that benefits them.
Alright.
It can mold memories, but it can't mimic human movement. It walks on 4 claws.
Load trailways. I don't know.
It
I think this is my actually no lie.
snarls,
Actually, I got my mule. I can get some more wood.
observes.
I don't have to worry about actually wood a lot.
Hunting us,
No.
trying to drive us deeper.
Actually, you collect some wood and I collect some wood. This double the inventory is good, bro. Alright.
About what that thing was, but we did reach a consensus that we had to get out of here as soon as possible. I watched Ian as he looked around at the forest and came to the same realization that I did.
I just dropped my horse here.
He didn't
I
tell
just
the others.
noticed that. I didn't find my
He
horse.
realized the man would only get us in more trouble. Instead, he told us to follow him. With the shock of our encounter setting in, we could do nothing but follow his lead and hope it all worked out. As we walked, we could hear the sounds of distant animals yowling, calling out to each other.
Kind of a bad idea to actually have a
As the others whispered
thing
that
there.
those were the same
Like, they always trapped here. Like,
first
I don't
night
know.
in the woods.
Like, I have to fix the road there. I have to call the pipe.
To other things in the area. At the time, I couldn't stop thinking about
Actually, I'm gonna put
barreling
some
out of
food
the
here.
underbrush and
Put the
sinking
kids
its black
here.
and rotting teeth
And
into
this
my
one.
neck
This side.
before the rest of the group could even react.
And actually this side.
I remember brushing the thought off, mentally
I always
reassuring
get the
myself
cooking
that
on
there were
top,
6 of
sorry.
us here, and we had
I'll
only
probably
actually
get cooking
encountered
here
one of those creatures.
for a while.
As the day
No,
pressed on,
no, it's not like good actually
we
no more.
wandered south in
Alright.
an attempt to pick up another
Yeah,
trail
I'm
that would
gonna
lead
some
us back
shit.
to the parking lot. I couldn't help but shake a nagging feeling in the back of my mind.
So actually, go to here.
That I should have never forgotten.
There we go.
It wasn't until Oliver mentioned his wish of being back in the car.
And I'm giving some designs here. Actually,
We all turned towards her. But knew what was
not
coming.
it's kind of a bad idea. I'm gonna expand this later. Would I expand it?
Ian snapped, more fearful than frustrated.
Of course we did. Remember how cramped everyone was in that tiny ass Prius with all our camping gear smashed in the trunk and on our laps?
Alright, this one will be good actually. No,
Jessica went white, as if this were the
should
first
just do a lot of
time
jobless
Ian had ever raised his
individuals
voice.
so I can get some
She
jobs.
paused for a moment before asking.
A gray cat. Probably cat these moms, bro.
Ian's
I'm
car
fish
sat
right
4
now.
people comfortably.
Just want a gray cat, bro. Oh my god.
And there
I
were
do have a
6
gray
of us
cat,
out in the
but
woods
it's
at
kind of
that point.
stripes. Annoying.
Everything happened at once.
Yes, indeed.
Ian swore.
Yeah.
Oliver's girlfriend gave a
What are you
half
jobless
shriek
right
and
now?
a
I think
half
your kids
gasp,
are here.
while I looked wide-eyed
There's
from
one
person to
kid,
person,
there's 2 kids,
trying to figure
whatever.
out which one of us didn't belong there. Sarah was
Librarian.
the only one who managed to say something, and that was
Actually. And there's one jobless
she
individual.
hadn't finished
No,
her
it's
words
not
before her
jobless.
jaw popped open.
Let's see here.
I don't
There's
mean that
2
it
kids right
dropped
now.
open
That'd be
like
good.
she was astonished or something.
And
It popped open
another
like
jobless
it had
individual.
dislocated
Oh
from
shit.
her face.
Alright.
The space between her lips was a
Yes.
massive, sickly pain.
Sweetheart lady's at
Blade
full right
gums
now.
that was at least a foot wide.
Yeah.
She looked at us
I think,
with
oh my god, they're all
eyes
full,
as
bro.
she slowly raised
It's all
her
full, bro.
twitching hand up to her jaw and tried to
Oh.
lock it back into a more human-esque
Is
appeal.
it all full?
She popped it back into place.
Damn, boy. Actually, this one is not full.
As if nothing was wrong.
I believe you can add more chests here. Oh my god.
Stick at her face while bellowing for her to get out of here. She hopped back from the attack in a sloppy motion and landed on all 4s. Her body shuddered as if an electrical jolt had passed through her as she slowly backed away from us,
Probably need
facing
one,
Jessica
no?
the entire time. She
There.
hissed at us one
I need
last
only
time
one. Okay.
before retreating deeper into the woods with a convulsing blow. It took a moment for us to regain our composure
Another not
before
jobless
we continued
individual. Holy shit.
trying to look in every
Everything's
direction.
cooking right now.
I remember Oliver rambling as we walked. He kept asking, although no one was responding to him.
That's what you gotta sell there. Mutton meat, that's so good. Maybe. Mutton meat again? Are you serious?
Documentaries about mad cow disease? That thing was
Who's jobless? Who's jobless?
moving
Man?
like those infected
Who's
cows.
jobless?
What the hell was that
You
thing?
don't have jobless.
Was it a person?
Why you just mutton meat, bro? I don't need this shit. What about you? What about you?
Talk to us.
He rambled for hours
this
before we
guy,
had to
just
stop.
do it again, please. Do it again.
We had to tell
Jesus
him to
Christ.
shut up because we
Do it
were
again.
worried about that thing hearing us.
I don't need
Though
this
that
shit
wasn't
around.
really the case.
Chicken
We made him stop talking because it only served
Pork.
to scare us.
and
Despite
rabbit.
stopping for the night,
Actually,
none of
rabbit's
us
kind of
actually
good.
slept. We sat around a campfire and listened to the sound of high-pitched whining.
I do have pork, actually, no lie.
It seemed
Mm.
like any time I actually got close to sleep, the calls would start up and jolt
Visuals.
me awake.
I think that guy's a chef right now. That guy's a chef. And some pork, so that's good. Like, I like mutton, bro. Just give me mutton. But I don't need mutton right now. Like, I could get pork, but I don't know. 7 porks. 7 porks here. Yes. Good choice. Actually, I'm just farming a lot of pigs, but I need pigs, man. Damn. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, why the fuck? These things are garbage, bro. Oh my god.
They trailed behind us, but were still in our vicinity. They moved slowly, but didn't show any of the jerky movements of the
Actually, look at the despawn. I got arrows, right? Never mind. These things are shit, man. I don't know why.
and approached the imposter. Before they knew what was happening, I shoved them as hard as I could. The instant my hand pressed into their shirt, I felt something slick and warm give way. Like
Any slowness arrows are useless.
mango. Their shirts
know why?
off their body into my hands, and I quickly realized it was their skin. The thing was actually naked, but gave the appearance of clothes by altering the color of its almost translucent skin. I dropped the skin that sloughed off, and it hit the ground with a wet slap. The creature toppled backwards and began yelping. I can only describe the sound it made like this. Imagine getting out of your bed in the middle of the night to go take a piss. As you're feeling your way through the darkness to get out of your room, you step on your dog's tail. Imagine that startled yelp of pain and shock that comes along with it. Now focus on that emotion you felt when you heard that noise, that sudden surprise and guilt. In reality, the sound it made was nothing like a hurt dog. It just reminded me so much of a wounded pet that I can't differentiate. No. Here's the worst part. I shouldn't have felt bad. Those things were stalking and tormenting us. They were likely hunting us, and I felt bad for harming it. I shouldn't have felt bad about it, but it wanted me to, so I did. The thing writhed on the ground on its back for a few seconds, making a pitiful noise. It reached back with its arms and pushed itself upright on its hands with the balls of its feet. Its joints popped wetly, and its muscles and bones adjusted to fit its new position. It crab crawled away while shrieking the entire time as Ian pursued it with his walking stick, hoping to catch up to it and cave its head in. It wasn't until the thing disappeared from sight that I realized the shrieking wasn't just coming from the monster, but from Jessica as well. It was trying to mimic her response. With Ian gone and Jessica's screams possibly drawing more of those things to us, I decided I had to do something. I stepped forward and wrapped her up in my arms. She was shaking like a leaf in the wind. I stroked her hair and whispered that it was over. She managed to choke out something about its face. All I could make out was that something was terribly wrong with its face. She calmed down as I told her that
Got my
everything was going to be
mule. I can
alright.
travel here.
I didn't
And
believe that
then,
myself, but
boom.
it was the only thing I could think of that might
Boom.
bring her
It'll be awesome.
Ian returned fuming that the monster escaped, and I awkwardly broke off the hug.
Actually, we're gonna mine today. Actually, we're gonna mine. We're gonna mine. Oh my god, I hate gray sheep, bro. Gray sheep sucks. The gray sheep is bullshit, man.
6 hours later,
Yeah.
we settled down for the night.
Yeah.
It felt like we had been going in circles all day and made absolutely no progress. For all we knew, that thing could have been tinkering around with our memories and convincing us that familiar landmarks were new and leading us deeper into the woods. I didn't tell the others, but I think I knew what those things wanted with us. They wanted to lead us deeper into the woods, where they were trying to force us to exhaustion. And when we were too weak to defend ourselves, they would decide to use us.
No, bro. Gray roll, bro. Gray roll sucks.
If that thing is
Oh my
similar
god.
to us in any
I
way,
thought I'd throw that, bro.
then spasms were likely some sort jerky. Since
Yeah, so make some progress on my base. Last time my base was kind of a douche. Now I just make some progress.
we would have to slip.
Actually, no,
I volunteered for the first watch because my
wait, let me
insight
just
into the
pause my
monster's
thing.
behavior.
I did pause for a
The
bit,
others
and
went
then
off
there we
without
go.
so much as another word. They were exhausted, and it wasn't until an hour into my watch that I realized I was too. Even given the monster's grotesque appearance, everyone needs to sleep. Jessica joined me about 2 hours into my watch. She admitted that she couldn't sleep after our encounter with the creature. I nodded in agreement. Both of us had seen something terrible, but the others hadn't. We talked for a good 30 minutes about what we thought was going on and how everyone was handling it. She was worried about Ian. She confessed that he was acting erratic and that he was scaring her. I wrapped my arm around her for a moment and told her that we were
Probably
all
gonna hunt some rabbits.
She looked into my
Alright,
eyes,
easy to get a rabbit actually, just freaking out of here.
and I felt something twist deep down
Let's
inside
hunt some rabbits.
that I had buried a
Alright,
long time ago.
so we're gonna hunt some rabbits, just hit some
Stayed with me
bows.
on watch. The more personal our
I'm
conversation
gonna get my shovel out. I'm gonna get my shovels.
She confessed that she and Ian had been fighting a lot recently, and that she was wondering if they were going to work it all out. At the start of their
I need this shit.
relationship, they were great
Yeah.
together,
I have a lot of these stuff, man, no matter.
but there was something that didn't feel right. Like there was something missing. I listened to her talk about everything that was going on in her life, and I knew I had to do something.
Dude, I don't know where's the fucking
I knew
rabbits,
that
bro.
if I didn't do it now, I would regret it. I had to tell
Well, I
her.
got 4 rabbits. It's bullshit anyways.
She listened quietly as I
There's a
told
cat
her everything.
there.
It was the event that precipitated my breakdown at
And a
work
rabbit?
and my social anxiety disorder diagnosis at the therapist's office. Everything started off simply enough one Friday at work. I was in the lunchroom eating my sandwich and reading a book.
It's a baby rabbit. It's a baby
All
rabbit,
my
never mind.
coworkers talked about their plans for the weekend. One of them was having a housewarming party. And
You know
they were inviting everyone.
how do you breed rabbits right now?
I figured
You
the
gonna breed
invitation was
rabbits?
only extended to people he
Can
was
you
talking
breed
to
rabbits?
Until he asked me if I would be able to make it on Saturday. As it was the first time I had been invited to hang out after work, I chose to go. I spent all Saturday getting ready, planning what interesting topics to bring up in case there was a
Well, if I want a rabbit in my base, just go for it.
bottle of wine I was
We
planning
need to get
to
some
give him as
rabbits,
a
boys.
housewarming gift.
Alright,
After psyching myself up, I left to go to the party.
that's a
But
chicken, not a
my
rabbit.
spirits high.
Fuck.
I convinced myself
I have
that
a
was
little,
going
I have
to
a
be
little
the
bit of
perfect
chicken,
party.
so I can get some
Maybe if I
chicken. See,
played my cards right, I could
see,
finally
there's no
find a
chicken
friend
here.
to work and make the time fly by instead of dragging on.
I see to get
It
some.
wasn't
I don't
until
know.
I reached
It's
the
kind of
house
easier to get
once
some.
bravado began to
Get some.
crumble apart. I stopped in front of the neighbor's
Okay.
house, as everywhere else already had a car parked there. It was then that I felt my heart beating
That's
like
my
I
mule,
just
bruh.
went a mile.
Is that my
I began
mule?
heading up the driveway, the wine bottles
Yo, I've been
in my
fighting you a
hands.
lot of times, bro. Jesus Christ.
It wasn't until I reached the
Dude,
front
I have a
door that I
secondary mule. You
realized
just hide from me, you asshole. I've just been fighting you a lot. You've been gone.
since Friday afternoon.
Jesus,
That
man.
place was something else. Apprehension.
Not. If I don't want to lose you again, I have to get some mule. Alright,
The assurances
Come here.
I'd given myself seemed hollow.
get some
I
mule.
didn't
Yeah.
feel prepared for this at all. At this point,
That's good, man. I'm gonna leave you alone.
something that
Okay?
has stuck with me to this very day.
You're just slow as fuck, man. I don't know.
Intimated that they weren't really wanting me to go. They had only given me that invitation as a courtesy and didn't actually expect
Oh, there's
me to go to
Ailey's?
their house. It said that if I knocked on that door, that I would be making a fool out of myself. It told me that I wasn't even comfortable in my own skin, so how could I even dare to imagine that they would enjoy my company? If they wanted to
Let's just
see
raid
my
that phone. I don't know why.
they don't want to listen to me for something to talk about. All those fears flashed in front
I
of
should take their iron golem.
me, demanding that I knock on
Damn.
the door and make myself look like an idiot.
Probably they cannot program to attack village. Like, there's no jack shit.
Did I listen?
Can you breed a rabbit? Can you fucking breed a rabbit right now? Like, I don't understand there's a baby rabbit and it doesn't even matter.
Was playing loudly, so I
Alright, let me see if you can actually don't despawn them.
I shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Do not despawn? I stopped auto farming, bro.
Watching
Stop auto farming? Stop auto farming?
Maybe they went back to the party and joked about the social outcast who had seemingly freaked out and ran away from their house while I went home and cried in the shower. Maybe. Yes.
So,
As I told her the story,
hearts of the moment.
I started to cry into the shoulder. Those feelings I
Alright, hearts of the moment.
experienced
Alright.
house came rushing back.
First ever. Boom.
Smashed into me like waves on a shore.
The fuck are you?
This was soothing presence
Look at the dude. Oh my god.
Once I did, she moved away and told me that it wasn't my fault. It was there until one night. Her face inches away from mine. And the worst thing I've ever done in my life. I kissed her.
Yes, I do have a zombie farm actually.
Hesitant.
And I collect this a lot.
I looked into her eyes and I saw her beautiful face. She pulled me towards her as she leaned back. Lost in the moment, I held her against me.
I know it's a bad idea actually.
I should have said when we first met. Realized that I loved her. I held her like I loved her. Afraid that if I let her go, I would lose this bond. She was warm. She smelled like wildflowers. She smelled like flowers.
It's a bad idea to actually just let me close this real quick. This is a bad. You could just fucking Actually, it's kind of good idea. This is a good idea. Actually, when they trap here, they don't get trapped. They don't get trapped. Clinic. Oh yes, a clinic. I gotta research first how to get a clinic. I didn't get the final forces, like, they just freaking... I just want to see how it fucking goes.
Jesus, I didn't mean for it to happen. You know I love you, man. I wouldn't do anything to hurt you. It just happened, and now I can't take it back. Jessica's cry of surprise cut me off before I could go any further. Both me and Ian turned to the sound of her distress, and we knew instantly what had happened. The backpacks with our compass, food, and water had been stolen.
Nice.
It knew. Don't you see it? God damn it! It knew we couldn't identify it without a backpack, and it couldn't shape its skin to the appearance of one, so it stole them away from us. Now, the next time it wormed its way into our group, we wouldn't be any the wiser. Jessica and I never talked that night. Jessica had never left my brother's side that night. They had zipped their sleeping rolls together. She didn't open up to me about her worries, and I never actually kissed her. I poured my heart out to a thing wearing Jessica's skin while it was in my arms. I confessed my truest feelings to an Earth's entity masquerading as a person. I felt sick. The others woke up quickly after hearing Jessica screaming. We quickly searched around the area, hoping to find some scrap of food or some indication of where our stuff had been taken to. We found nothing. It was long gone. We had no food, no water, no hope. We had no way of telling when one of those things was hijacking our heads and pretending to be part of our group so it could distract us. With our compass
I do
gone,
have mending, right?
we had
I
no
have
means
mending.
of following a set direction.
Mending, bro. Look at this. Mending shit.
In short, we were screwed. All
And I
of
think
us
mending
managed to
is
still laugh last night.
expensive.
You wanted to know how I
Flame.
could be so careless as to fall asleep
Flame
when I should have been
flags.
watching over them and our gear.
Actually, who's the farmer?
I lied
Actually,
and told
yeah.
him that someone had come
Are you the
around
farmer?
in the middle of the night to relieve me from my shift.
And carrots,
I
bro.
didn't mention that it was one of those things
Amazing,
impersonating
bro.
Jessica.
And,
I couldn't bear
No,
to
another
look either
farmer.
my brother or his
and
girlfriend in the eyes
carrots.
at that point.
Nice.
Oliver started to yell.
Actually, I have carrots.
I was on the
I don't
verge
know.
of tears.
Damn.
I don't know if it was mercy or
So
disgust
despawn,
that caused him to
so,
stop. It doesn't matter either way. We gathered up the only thing that they hadn't taken in the night, our sleeping bags, and continued walking. The hike without water or the prospect of food was unbearable. We were already exhausted, and the realization that we were soon going to be starving and dehydrated only served to sap more of our energy.
Oh my god, do I have to sacrifice this barrel shit, man?
Gummy and dry.
I'll do one. Sacrifice from now barrel.
Temperature was still in the high 80s and low 90s.
I get a barrel.
Dehydration has set in. I kept
Yeah, you're a
licking my
barrel
lips
guy.
in an attempt to keep them moist, but I could feel them beginning to crack as my saliva began to dry up. As we walked, Oliver picked up his pace.
That is a pretty nice trade, actually.
I
Now,
looked over at him
Yeah.
and knew without saying anything that another one of those things had joined our group.
Don't look directly at it. Just keep it at the corner of your eyes. I think that's how it messes with your mind. It would explain why you remember that guy that night, but the rest of us can't. You saw him, but the rest of us didn't. Don't get close. Just keep it at the corner of your eyes. It's been trailing us for about half an hour now. I
Alright,
feet.
let's get some.
In its resting state, its facial features.
Actually, I don't need a lot of stuff. I don't know.
I can make out eyes and a nose.
I think I don't need
constantly shifting and
uh,
rippling like bubbling plastic. At this point, we were too tired to even bother with chasing it off. We just kept walking and hoping that it wouldn't try to join the group. It seemed content to keep its distance and keep us in its line of sight. It followed us for about 2 miles before it broke off towards the trees with a shambling, awkward gait. We were too tired to even try and set up a shift system. We just huddled together in an attempt to convince ourselves that we were safer when we were closer together. But every time one of us got comfortable enough to drift off, one of those things would start making noise. The noises started off as
oh my
high-pitched
god, bro.
yells,
This game is a
sounds
goddamn
like
piece of
dropping
shit here.
knives.
Oh my
As
god.
night drew on, they grew more aggressive.
I hate this game, bro. This game sucks ass, boy. What the fuck is this? This was dumb as shit, you know.
The things weren't just following us and learning. They were perfecting their mimicry. The thought disturbed me more than the idea of them out there
Oh my
watching us
God.
in the darkness. How long would it take them to become more human than human? What would they do once they were capable of walking amongst people again? I drifted off to sleep with that thought beating around in my
There you
head
go.
like a man trapped inside a wall.
Alright.
We got up on a Tuesday morning and left without a word. At this point, there was nothing left to say. Some of us had been awake all night without any food or water. The constant stress had completely worn us down. We continued hiking in the same direction we had been going, with the false hope that we
They
would
just
come
stole this
across
guy's money, bro.
In the end, our hike
Yeah.
looked more like a death march.
I think we're almost there. No.
Covered in blisters that had ruptured and plastered
Oh my god.
socks.
Why not just get some stone, bro? What the hell is this?
It's a bit more. In an attempt to take my mind off the discomfort, I focused on my brother who was walking in front of me.
I never actually have a.
As he was a
Right.
limping,
Do I have a
he
thing?
stopped using his walking stick and was dragging it behind him like it was a broken leg. I watched as he stepped over a rock and the walking stick slipped out of his hands. He kept dragging himself forward as if nothing had happened. He didn't even register it falling out of his hands. It was at
Damn
that
it.
moment that I knew that something was wrong. I knew that my brother wasn't my
Man, these guys
brother.
are fucking with me, man.
I quickly picked up his stick as I passed him.
Let's see here.
Amy went to call out to him and ask if he was all right, but I shushed her. I was so sure that one of those things had replaced him and was now leading us deep into the
There we
woods.
go.
I realized that I would only have one chance at this. The instant I
Come here.
knew, it would try and run away. All it would take was one good swing to the back of the head, and we would be able to take out one of those things. The stick had a bit of weight to it, about 5 or 6 pounds, enough to crack open a skull if swung hard enough. I began walking faster, trying to avoid the underbrush that might give away my approach. The thing wearing my brother's skin continued limping forward as I drew closer. I waited until I was at a safe distance before raising the stick above my head. My heart was beating in my chest, and my palms were so sweaty that it felt like the stick would slide right out of my hands. I kept on moving forwards. I whispered, "I'm sorry," just before I swung the walking stick down with all my strength. Ian turned to face me, asking what I was sorry for. My muscles locked. I stopped mid-swing, and the stick stopped just inches away from his face. He blinked in surprise before asking me what was wrong. His voice sounded distant and empty, like he was in between a waking and sleep state. It was then that I knew the extent of his condition. He was pale, and looked like the slightest breeze would blow him over. He wasn't one of those things. He was delirious from dehydration, sleep deprivation, and starvation. The walking stick fell out of my hand and bounced on the ground next to us. I dragged my tongue across my lips and felt like I was licking sandpaper. I whimpered, "Jesus, Ian, I thought you were one of those things. I almost... God, I'm so sorry." He didn't react to my apology. He just turned around and continued walking in the direction we were going. Amy just watched everything unfold numbly before she started
Man, I don't. Oh my god.
Oliver shook his head.
Yo.
But
Okay, that is so unfortunate here.
his lips were cracked
Hello.
and red from rubbing at them.
Hi.
I watched
Okay,
my
Henry,
brother
you're the protector here.
It reminded me of one of those old
You'll be
movies
protector
where
of the
someone is put in a
lands.
trance and forced to walk until they die from exhaustion.
I think you don't have to fight anything. Just stay there.
And he moved like he was being dragged along with puppet strings. I picked up the walking
Where's
stick
the
and
maester?
began to
Ah, I
follow
just
them.
put it here. No worry.
I wondered how much longer he
And
had
I
left
son of a bitch. I hate
and
my
what
life.
any of us could do if he just fell over and stopped walking.
I'll put it here. Actually. I'll put it here.
I don't know how long we walked. Everything melted together in a puddle.
And I hope you sell stone, bro, because I like cleaning stone. Please sell stone, bro. Come on, bro. Sell stone. Come on, sell some stone here, guys. We'll take the job.
She was too far gone to recognize what she'd slept on. I dragged myself to my feet and felt like
Hey, you sleep some more? Okay,
putting
fine.
one foot in front of the
I've
other.
already used it, mate.
The fifth time I fell, I
Oh,
wondered
you're the stoner, bro.
if I wait to die.
It's the same, bro. This is bullshit, man. Are you the same? No. Are you shitting me? It's the same shit. So you could sell some stone, bro. I don't know why.
The post from Bluebear Canyon also had a branching sign that pointed in the direction for TJ Corral, which was only a few miles from where we started at Kefila Cliff Dwellings. We walked along Route 15. Ian was heading in the right direction, and we were almost home free. In my excitement, I began calling to the others to let them know that the end was near. I looked around me and shouted,
2 iron golems.
Oliver, Heather, Amy,
Wow.
I know what we need to... The words died on my lips as I counted.
Oh my god. Look at the iron golem population here.
The others kept moving as if they hadn't heard me talking. The imposters shuffled alongside us, and for once, it was easy to identify them. I don't know whether or not they had let down their guard after seeing our conditions, but this one was obvious. She moved slowly, but her movement didn't convey her exhaustion. Everyone else was sweating and looked like the walking dead, but she was fine. I waited for her to get close enough to follow the trail the others were going down.
I do have one.
Walking stick
You guys are so rich, man. I don't know.
right fucking
Richer than me. They're not even sharing my shit.
she turned
I
around.
mean, that's intended for the game to get broken, actually.
Almost exactly like Jessica.
Okay. This is dumb. What is this? Okay.
I knew what it was planning, but its mouth asked,
What are you doing
Okay.
here?
"Don't call me that."
What are you rambling about? Please, walk out of the way. We're almost safe from those things.
I know what you are. Heather turned white at the realization. She began speaking quickly.
I'm not one of those things. Please, Heather, you have to remember. There were 6 of us. Those things would want us to think there was a motive so they can take one of us without the others caring. Those things don't want us to think. Please, let's go before we catch.
Shut up! I snapped. I raised the walking stick in my hand and brandished it at her.
Do I look like one of those things? Do I speak like them? That should be enough to prove I'm human.
No, Ian's my brother. Jessica is his girlfriend.
I'm your girlfriend. I sat on your lap on the car ride. Please don't kill me. Evan, I love you. Don't you remember, Evan? I love you.
I lowered the stick that was in my hand as memories bombarded me. I had met her one night when my brother forced me to go to a club with him. Heather had been sitting at the bar all night drinking. It wasn't until she tried to stand up and fell into my arms that we actually talked. I remembered lazy Sundays in bed watching cheesy B-sci-fi movies. I remembered holding her close to me after making love and hearing her whisper sweet nothings in my ear. I remembered our life together. I rasped, "Heather, I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
It's not your fault.
She went to touch me, and I sprang back like I'd been bit by a snake. The instant I heard those words, I knocked. The stick caught her unaware in the side of her face. I felt her jaw give way under the sudden force of my attack.
I love.
She burbled through broken teeth. The second strike dented her temple.
Why is it broken, bruh? I'm not getting shit in this bullshit, bro.
But it was too late.
Yeah,
Too
no way.
much damage had been done. That door was shut now. I kept swinging
Fortune.
the walking stick down
Actually,
on her head
can
until it
you get
split.
gravel with fortune
I
pickaxe?
looked up from her twitching
I don't know.
body and saw my brother.
Bro, I think I don't need that shit, man. I don't need that shit. I can gravel.
and regarded him with red-ribbed
Probably
eyes.
there's some
We have to go.
clay here.
He went to keep talking, but I
There's some
walked
clay
past him.
here. Holy shit.
I didn't want to explain it to him.
Yeah.
He eventually ran ahead, invigorated with the prospect of fighting.
Let's sell some
Freshmen.
clay. Actually, we can sell some clay. Actually, does it work?
The last thing I saw was
Yo.
one of those things trying to get out of his arms. It looked emaciated and half mad with starvation. At that very
8.
moment, it was
We got 8, boys. Actually, let me check. I'm seeing it.
whether or not it forced
I do
that
have a
emotion
fortune.
on me,
Actually,
never
fortune.
know. Turned away
Fortune.
and caught up with the others at
Fortune.
15. We were on the road,
God.
and we managed to find an ambulance was called for us.
Fortune 1, actually, Fortune 1.
Confined to our starvation and dehydration, and the auditory, visual hallucinations we experienced. I was surprised by the condition they said we were
Probably
in.
breed some more, I don't know
I
why.
could have sworn it
It
only
is
been a day or two since we
12.
ate, but they said we
Oh
showed
my-
signs of
oh.
severe dehydration.
This is freezing me down there, I don't know why.
Response you'd be given after hearing our half-dead ramblings about creatures warping their
Alright.
flesh to drive us to the brink of
Alright
death
then.
so they could protect us when we were at our weakest.
Yeah.
We spent a week there while receiving treatment, recounting our horrific experiences and then subsequent psych evaluations before we were released. I tried to talk to the others about it. Ian and Jessica refused to talk to me about it. I don't really know Oliver or Amy, so that's off the table too. They just want to forget. I can't forget. Here's the thing.
Yes, I can sell more, actually, that one.
Nadia asked me to help her find
God,
a lighter.
that's bullshit,
I
man.
recall staying up late and talking with her by the campfire while she
This ice, bro,
smoked
this
a
ice sucks, man.
I can recite
This ice
Gary's
is so
terrible
bad.
puns
Please,
that you make
don't do
about
that.
almost everything, and
Trying to
his
get
determination at
some
hiking this
stuff.
trail while slowly succumbing to the effects of his mental sclerosis. I can recall whispering sweet nothings to Jessica about the glow.
You know that happens in real life, right? Just when you're stuck on the ice stuff,
Clear
right?
as day, even months
Alright.
later. I know the conversation we had word for
Alright.
word.
I think I can mine
can
faster
remember
now,
the
right?
feeling of her skin against mine, and the smell of her hair as I pressed myself against it when I reached that one true moment of connectivity. I remember Heather pleading for me and begging me not to kill her. Despite recording all this months later, I can see all those things clearly. Sometimes, late at night, I can even remember driving up to Gila National Park with Heather sitting on my lap, playfully grinding against me and telling me how fun our hike was going to be. Sometimes I think about that memory more than I should.
Okay.
Since I can't talk to my
Okay, this
brother or
game's
Jessica
suffering us.
about this, I had to
Holy
find
shit.
some other outlet.
Now there's more
I guess
here.
I'm recording all this for one
This is
reason.
actually,
Catharsis.
this is sand.
In the end,
It's actually
I kept
sand, alright.
wondering if what I did was right. Did I make the right choice? I want you to hear this and tell me that I had no other option. That the risk of one of them escaping into the city forced my hand. I know that's not the case. I could have walked away or tried to scare her off, but I didn't. What kind of person can look into someone's eyes, remember all the things they did, the life they had, and do what I did?
There we go.
Have all those memories
I'm sure we're gonna
and
sell
everything
something
so
out of it.
callously.
There we go.
It doesn't
So,
matter if none of it was real, because in that moment, it was to me. Who can look at someone and feel such love for them before you kill them? The answer to that question is
so listen to the math here.
I asked myself
Actually, you need
aloud.
666.
I just
6 and 6. Actually, 12. Actually, 12. 12. Yeah, actually, 12 is enough. Actually. 12 is enough. Actually, 10. 10. So, it's a 20. And 50. Actually, we're gonna keep our 50. Actually, now. We're gonna keep our 50 then. Nice. And we get some garden boots.
ain't just the wind. Some old settlers and explorers got stuck down there. Things got real.
Chicken eggs.
They fell into bed. My two friends, Trey and Anthony, kept on discussing the majesties of this strange cave in the middle of the town. Some 70 miles north, there was a large swath of land housing a large cave that held
Time to trade time. Let's trade some shit.
Adventure, being 17 and spending most of my life outdoors, but it was the insistence of my two aforementioned friends and their propensity to do far more daring feats that led us to this particular adventure. Now, I never liked caving much. My claustrophobia made sure of that. The idea of being trapped in the earth with movable walls all around you. Thankfully, the caves we went into were never that small. Still always felt nervous when we went. But when you're young and with your friends, it's easy to muster up courage to do what you normally wouldn't. I felt safe in that. Come on, guys. You know if we tell our folks, they'll just send us. Or worse yet, insist on coming with. Provide you know the rules. We don't need to reach out our shoulder playfully. We're strong, virile men. We don't need any of that shit. Plus, we're not going to need much more than roads, lights, and backpacks.
There we go. Actually, it's pretty nice.
We'll be in and out.
Should we have enough? Actually, not like.
Story to tell, or footage that will pass those huge YouTube marks. Yeah, Trey, I know.
Actually, this is my main trader. And we can trade some stuff.
Anthony
So it was a good trade actually. No, like not this cool guy. Okay. I might trade that. I don't know. I do need that shit. I don't know. They'll probably find more actually. Just clay. Hardened clay. Like hardened clay. Actually, I found a clay there. Oh, there's a clay here. Alright. Nice, we found some clays. We got some hard clays here. I think 102 right now. I don't know some beach.
Guess you can take all three of us at once, eh? Nervous laughter filled the audience, as neither myself nor Anthony wanted to be the first one to venture in. We have very little light beyond the first few feet. We didn't expect to turn on our headlamps so early. Nevertheless, we ventured forth together, and within a few minutes, the entrance's warmth gave way to cold indifference inside the cave. The entrance was simple.
Yeah, is that a cave there? I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of clays here, boys. A lot of clay, boy. A lot of clay here, boys. No, if the clay's not underground, because I don't want deep clay, bro. Deep clay is dumb. Done a trail. Alright, that'll be enough. Snow, bro. I don't need snow, bro. Jesus Christ. Snow shits, man. Snow shits me, bro.
It became the Wailing Cave sometime later to help with tourism. I can't blame them. Sure as hell brought us here. Yeah, illegally, might I add. I remarked, forcing a smile. Still, though, pretty creepy name. We nodded and turned to find the
We found some clays, actually.
ceiling of the cave.
See, I think clay is the best thing, bro. I don't know why.
Pair of tunnels on the other side.
But clay is the best thing right now to find.
In the center sat a pit.
Actually, not. Dude, but my fortune is so dumb, man. Like, fortune, bro. Fortune. Probably I can mine fortune with my pickaxe, but I don't want to waste it. Like, I'm trying to get some mini books. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually know. The hell you doing, bro? You're so dumb, man. Like, it gets more. I'm not gonna hit anything. I gotta be careful. Actually. Alright. Give me your clay, bitch. Andesite, that's useful. Man. Alright, never mind. I got some clays. Probably got 28 now. That nice.
Shit. We have to go. We have to go get help now. I tried, shaking my shoulder. I nodded and we dashed for the entrance. Falling, chilled my blood, and stopped us dead in our tracks. Hey,
Actually, I'm gonna craft some pots. I wanna get some pots, but I'm either not getting pots here, but so let's craft some pots here. Not what you're thinking. Alright. The hell no. Not what you're thinking.
Did you hear his body hit the ground? I asked.
Dude, I need more gold, bro. I need more gold. That's why.
Did you hear his body hit the ground, Anthony? He swallowed, looking over his shoulder and back to me, shaking his head. How deep is that pit, if you were to guess? I pressed him, the transference of nerves between us as we kept quiet. Guys, you still there? I can just about make out your voices. Come on and help me. He called, concern and fear racking his face. I'd say 500 feet, if not deeper. He replied, fear mounting before he spoke. Slowly did fall with the length of the rope. Then, 600 feet, he'd be dead. He was anywhere near enough to scale that far down. If not that, at least hurt. That voice didn't even sound phased, so I let the question linger in the air. It was a chill through the cave. Breeze the natives mentioned. So it was calling up to us from the air. He finally answered. Trey, what's your girlfriend's birthday? I called out, an idea in his mind. Why? Guys, this ain't 20 questions. Come over here and help me. Answer the question, Trey. I just want to make sure all is fine. You know the legend of this cave as well as we do. How far down?
What is this? Emerald box. Oh my god. Alright.
Sometime I can't remember, okay? I'd say, no, maybe 3. It's soft down here. I guess it broke my fall. Happy? Anthony and I exchanged looks as he shook his head, walking right towards me. I hear you walking away. Damn it, Anthony. You're the smartest guy I know, so I got a question for you. If you're that worried I'm not who I say I am, which, if you'll pardon the expression, is fucking stupid, who am I? I swear his voice shifted just a bit as he asked that last question. But he didn't stop. You've always been the guy that sort of loved mysteries. Ancient secrets and deal with me. Tell me a line. I'll tell you everything.
How in the fuck did you drown?
I couldn't understand how this
Dude, my dog drowned, bro.
choice.
How? Is it here? Oh, son of a bitch. God dang it. What the fuck did you teleport here, boys? Dumb. Oh my god, I want to get teleported here. Son of a bitch. They have a lot of dogs, so I'll just rip that dog, bro.
I'm begging you, Anthony, come with me. We can save Trey within a couple of hours with the right people. We don't need to put ourselves at risk. I've reached out a hand, not willing to get close, but also as a safety friend. Anthony picked up the rope and looked at it. Then he looked back at me, holding out a hand.
That's a meal, bro.
Grabbing his right hand,
It's feel like a horror game, bro. Jesus Christ, man. Good game. Alright, so yeah, I'm trying.
snapped as Anthony was pulled into the pit head first. My screaming filled the cave and threatened to burst my eardrums with it.
Alright, I'm gonna put something in there. Don't teleport here, bro.
My head until
My dog always teleport here. This is dumb.
I silenced
Make this game, make this
my
something
body
else.
surged with adrenaline, and all veins urged me to go to the entrance. But as Anthony's calm voice hit, rage overcame me. While I didn't dare to
There we go.
I suddenly felt it difficult to make any sudden moves. Breath. Furniture in the room tied us together. You're never going to make it outside without us. You know that. I gotta agree with Anthony. You're sort of like the best man, but awkward, full of self-doubt and undesirable traits. Nobody gonna want that complex mess. I felt tears fill my eyes.
Oh, but there's no creepers here, so I'm gonna.
But then I heard something. Something was crawling out of the pit, scaling its walls, with big digits digging into the rock and grunting as
I'm gonna slaughter you.
I
Alright.
can't join you. I have a life out there, and so do my friends that you're using to right now. I clenched my fist, trying to move, but still. Why can't you let them go? Why can't you let us all go? Something pulled at the outside of the pit, scratching against the border and panting. It sounded large. Its voice began to sound like some sort of animal imitating human speech. What else would we talk to you? We have no voice of our own. We know no other way. He gurgled and laughed as Anthony spoke, his voice breaking down and distorting. Whatever was behind me was getting closer. The voice grew louder. It was so visceral and real that I almost turned around. After all, we're all in puppets in the end. So, why wait? Besides, my breath pushed against my ankles. So close. You smell right to us. At that moment, my fear gave way to fright. I bolted for the passage, dropping my bag and whatever was behind me. It contained several heavy pieces of my climbing gear, and that being unceremoniously brought down on anyone would hurt. The thing howled as my pace picked up. It bellowed, claws and hot breath tearing into the walls as I rushed. My eyes blurring, body aching as I pushed through the agony. As soon as light filled the opening, the panting stopped. No cry of pain or slinking.
See a little bit today. I don't know. I don't know what to do actually. I'm gonna mine. I'm gonna mine some shit.
Around until
Yeah.
I was back at the top of the
Right.
hill, leading to the mouth. When I did, saw nothing.
Oh my god, I want to mine some shit here.
None of
No.
us should have ever ventured into. My friends, the drive home was filled with anxiety, fear, and pain. I did the right thing and contacted the state police on my way back. They mounted a search and declared that Anthony and Trey's deaths were entirely by accident. Death by misadventure was the official cause. They were called stupid kids looking for a thrill.
What?
The town, by and large, felt sympathetic to me. Life moved on.
Alright, fuck you. Get out of my property. Get out of my property. Get out of my property, motherfucker. Get out of my land. Get out of my land. Alright.
Looking at me as if I were a lost lamb, no idea of where to go or what to do. Even my own family seemed to avoid me. But I knew better. I still do now. The cave has been closed off properly for some time. Nobody was smart enough to venture too close since the incident. That doesn't stop me from trying. Curious to see if the legends of Cave Mitrio, the Wailing Cave, Siren's Call, are as elusive
don't have carrots though.
Only now I saw my friends at
Yeah, I don't have carrots. Whatever.
claustrophobic tunnel, calling to me in pain to join them, to help them. I sought out a native man in the area who knew of the cave and its history, and I told him what happened. He listened and never judged or thought of me as a fool. Instead, his face was full of sorrow, and he handed me a totem to keep with him. He told me that there is an ancient evil that dwells in that place, something trapped there. It calls out to those near it and traps them there with it. It steals their voices because it has no
Probably these are my lucky
takes
cats.
their flesh and souls to feed, and those who are trapped there can never be free. Some nights, I don't just awaken in a cold sweat.
There we go. Got some cats. Like I'm breeding a lot of cats right now because I love cats. Like I don't know. Probably it's my companion's crush. I don't know. Yeah. God, my fucking animals are shitting the land, bro. What the hell is wrong with you? What are you doing, bro? Just hang out with my dogs. I'll probably slaughter their fucking net. Like, wow. Fish legs. Let's go.
I recently moved into my dorm, starting as a sophomore.
Drop fish.
And a friend gave me his old Nintendo 64 to play. I was stoked, to say the least. I could finally play all those
Man,
old
I wish I
games
got Lurk, bro.
that I hadn't touched in at least a decade. This Nintendo 64 came with one yellow controller and a rather shoddy copy of Super Smash Bros. And while beggars can't be choosers, needless to say, it didn't take long until I became bored of beating the level 9 CPUs. That weekend, I decided to drive around a few neighborhoods about 20 minutes or so off campus, hitting up the local garage sales, hoping to score some good deals from ignorant parents. I ended up picking up a copy of Pokemon Stadium.
Oh my god, bear. Jesus Christ, man. Damn, boy. Okay, so yeah.
I began to drive out of the neighborhood.
Fish of
Last
luck.
house caught my attention.
Oh my god, fish of luck my ass, bro. I don't know. I want Lurk, bro.
Only one table
Like,
was set
fish.
up in a random jump.
What the hell is this?
But something sort of drew
Flame.
I usually
Oh,
trust my gut
shit.
instincts, so I got out of the car and I was greeted by an old man. His outward appearance was, for lack of a better word, displeasing. It was odd. If you asked me to tell you why I thought he was displeasing, I couldn't really pinpoint anything. There was just something
No, damn it. What the fuck's wrong with me? What's wrong with me, bro?
is that if it wasn't in the middle of the afternoon and there weren't other people within shouting distance, I would not have even thought about approaching
Oh
this
my god.
He flashed a crooked smile at me and asked what I was looking for. And immediately, I noticed that he must have been blind in one of his eyes. His right eye had a glazed over look about it.
Did it these more faster? Like
To his left eye instead.
10 minutes? Last time is 5 minutes or just, no. Some is 5 seconds or just
Now I could politely excuse
10
myself
seconds.
from the situation.
Oh my god, what the f-
He had no idea what a video game
Dude, this is dumb as fucking shit, man. Oh my.
He said he had a few ones in an old box. He assured me he'd be back in a jiffy and turned to head back into the garage. As I watched him hobble away, I couldn't help but notice what he was selling on the table. Littered across his table were rather peculiar paintings, various artworks that looked like ink blots that a psychiatrist might show you. Curious, I looked through them. It was obvious why no one was visiting this guy's garage sale. These weren't exactly aesthetically pleasing. As I came to the last one,
Man, I gotta time that up, bro. Like, when did it move and boom.
the same
Ping.
heart-shaped
When it
box
moved, I actually got it.
legs protruding outward.
I don't know.
Initially, I just thought
Sometimes
this
it doesn't
was
work, actually, no.
hoping to find that game at these garage sales. Some fruity and bullshit was injecting itself into the flux.
Get
But
fish.
given the events that happened afterward,
Dude, I gotta get more fish because I don't know. For my
I
cats.
should have asked the man about it. I wish I had asked the man about it. After staring at the mature-shaped plot, I looked up and the old man was suddenly there again, arm's length in front of me, smiling.
I think next episode I'm gonna bring my cat and explore. Okay, nice. And get the One Piece. Meaning One Piece.
I got butterflies in my stomach as I realized what a coincidence this was and asked him how much he wanted for it. The old man smiled at me and told me that I could have it, that it used to belong to a kid who was about my
A saddle,
age that
nice.
lived there.
You got a saddle.
There was something weird about how the man phrased that, but I didn't really pay any attention to it.
Fish luck.
I was too caught up in not only finding this game,
You have fish luck once, so it's kind of
I
garbage.
reminded myself to be a little skeptical since this looked like a pretty shady cartridge,
It's like,
and there's
it's
no
like gamma
guarantee
or
of
something.
war. But then the optimist inside of me interjected that maybe it was some kind of beta version or pirated version of the game, and that was all I needed to be back on Cloud 9. I thanked the man, and the man smiled at me and wished me well, saying, "Goodbye then." At least, that's what it sounded like to me. All the way in the car ride home, I had a nagging doubt that the man had said something else. My fears were confirmed when I fired up the game.
Probably this achievement to get a pufferfish, eating a pufferfish.
There was one
I don't know.
save file named simply Ben. Goodbye, Ben, he was saying. Goodbye, Ben.
Yeah, poison
I
soap.
felt bad for the man. Obviously a grandparent, and obviously going senile. And I, for some reason or another, reminded him of his grandson Ben. Out of curiosity, I looked at the save file, eyeballing it. I could tell that he was pretty far in the game. He had almost all of the maps, and 3/4 remained to the bosses. I noticed that he had used an hour's time to save his game. He was on day 3, and by the Stone Tower
What are you doing? Come here.
an hour left before
Come
the
here.
crash.
Come here, alright.
It was a
You got
shame
2 cats
he was
already?
so close to beating the game, but
Yeah.
I finished it. I made a new file named Blink out of tradition, then started the game, ready to relive my childhood. For such a shady looking game,
We need more cats. We need more cats.
literally just like a retail copy of the game, save for some minor hiccups here and there, like textures being where they shouldn't be, random flashes of cutscenes at odd intervals, but nothing bad. However, what was a little unnerving was at times the NPCs would call me Link, and at other times they would call me Ben. I figured it was just a bug, a fluke in the programming causing our files to get
Yeah, my
mixed up.
dog died, man. Oh.
It did kind of creep me out. And it was around after I had beaten the Woodfall Temple that I regrettably went into the save files and deleted Ben. I had intended to preserve the file out of respect for the game's original owner. It's not like I needed 2 files anyway, hoping that would solve the problem. It did, and it didn't. Now NPCs wouldn't call me anything. Where my name should have been in the dialogue, there was just a blank space. My save file name was still called Blink though. Frustrated and with no more to do, I put the game down for a day.
One of my videos that they should, I don't know. Okay. So we're gonna find the One Piece. Actually, not One Piece. So we're not gonna bring our horse because I'm the pain in the ass horse to get in the ocean. What the fuck?
For those of you who don't, you can Google it, but
Alright then, so we're gonna bring our cat. Who's the volunteer?
final day, you talk to the astronomer and look through a telescope. If you time it right, the countdown disappears.
Yes,
Essentially,
cats
you
are
have one
awesome.
day to finish whatever it
Alright.
is.
Okay, so yeah.
Decided to quit to try to finish the Snowhead Temple.
Next episode, boys. Next episode.
And the time counter at the bottom disappeared.
Right.
However, when I pressed B to
Nice
exit the
indeed. I'll
telescope,
bring you. I'll
instead of
bring you.
being
I'll
released by
bring
the
you.
astronomer, I found myself
There.
in Majora's boss fight room at the end of the game.
You have dogs right now, so I'm not gonna bring my dog. That's why I just bring my dog and that's it. Yeah. Finding the One Piece.
No sound, just
Finding the One
air above
Piece.
me, and background music, which
Like I have my way home right now, so I don't need that.
immediately my palms began to sweat. This was definitely
Next episode, we're finding
smoke had never appeared.
the One
I
Piece.
tried looking around the arena,
And more.
and no matter where I went,
I just think about One Piece, fine. Let's think about the One Piece. Alright, we're finding One Piece.
I just kept up for around 60 seconds.
Next
I thought the game
episode.
was distant, but I was
Oh my god.
I was about to reach the reset button when a text
That's good.
came
Okay, anyone?
I'm not sure why, but you apparently had a reservation. I instantly recognized the text. You get that message when you get the room key from Andrew at the Stop Pod Inn.
Thank you for that meal. Ding.
I refused to
Should have
entertain the
looked
notion
at
that it was
that.
almost as if the game was trying to communicate.
These for my farmer
I
dogs?
started
I
to
don't know.
navigate the room again,
Farm dogs.
testing to see if that was some
Oh my god.
Then I realized how stupid I was. To even
Okay.
think that someone could reprogram the game like that was absurd.
I need more brown dogs. I
15
like
seconds
brown
later, another
dogs.
message appeared on the
Yeah,
screen.
more brown
And
dogs.
again, like the first one, it was already a pre-existing phrase. Go to the road,
Go to sit down.
I paused for a
Go
second.
sit down. And
What I should press. How
alright, next episode we're gonna find the One Piece series.
couldn't select no. I pressed yes, and the screen faded to white with the
And
words
end of the episode.
Day
Boom.
with the
End of the
subtext of
episode.
7:30